So you always hear about dentists having nice cars, living rich lifestyles, and always going on vacations. But is it actually true? In this video, I'm going to provide as much detail as possible and share my perspective so that way you can get an idea of how much money do dentists actually make. So to answer this question, there's a lot of things that play into this. For one, not every dentist is actually paid the same way. Yes, dentists have different pay structures. Those pay structures vary on what procedures that they're offering. Dentistry is also a commission-based field. There are no salaries. Dentists get paid for what they do. If they don't do a lot, they will not get paid accordingly. Also, don't forget, there's a price that you have to pay to just become a dentist, and that price increases every year. There's also a projected income and earning potential that you can make once you're a dentist, but that income depends on a lot of variables. Some of those variables are what type of procedures are you doing, what location are you practicing in, your patient demographic, your clinical skill set, and more. So how much money do dentists actually make? They can make a lot, but at what cost? Let's get into it. So I don't know about you, but before I became a dentist, my public perception was that they make a lot of money, but it's not as lucrative as you think. Yes, dentists have the ability to work 3 to 4 days a week and still make 6 figures. But to get to that point, there's a lot of things that have to go right. Also, how much money you make, in my opinion, is a relative thing. This is important. Price, time, and earning potential are 3 major factors that play into this. So you have to go through basic high school education, and then you have to do college. On average, most people go to college for 4 years, and then dental school itself is 4 years. Now, not a lot of people get into dental school the first time that they apply. So this means that after college, some people have to actually do like a master's program for 1, maybe even 2 years until they get in. So you're looking at 8 years minimum, but up to 10 years just to get into dental school and then be a dentist. And then if you really zoom out and look at how long it takes to go from kindergarten to getting into dental school, it's 21 years. So let's talk about the cost that it takes to become a dentist. When I started dental school in 2014, I went to NYU and I took out a $500,000 loan. Yeah, $500,000. And now it's $750,000 just to go to NYU dental. It's a boatload of money to do anything. I mean, that's like a house, a really big one too. So you got to ask yourself some questions about how badly do you want to be a dentist? And you really have to be honest with yourself and not go based off what other people are telling you. And I'm sharing this with you because if you're watching this and you haven't got into dental school yet, or maybe you're in dental school, or maybe you're a new grad, you need to take the time to be honest with yourself and to know what do you want out of this profession. Because if you just want to help people, there are other ways you can help people without taking out a $750,000 loan. And if you want to make money, there are way more ways that you can make money without taking out $750,000 into a profession. So I'll ask the question, is it worth the price tag of being a dentist? That's something that you have to answer. Okay, let's talk about earning potential. So the earning potential with a dentist can vary. It can be anywhere from $100,000 to $1 million. But I need you to understand that you cannot make $1 million just by doing fillings and crowns every single day. That's not how dentists become millionaires. They become millionaires by owning multiple practices and niching down. This whole process can get super complex, and I'll make another video on it. And if that's something you guys are interested in, just comment below. But something for you to know is that on average, dentists are making around $130,000 just by doing basic procedures. $130,000 is good money, but not compared to the debt of $750,000 just to make $130,000 every year. Does that make sense? Now, that is how much you can make by doing basic procedures. If you do more complex procedures, then your earning potential goes up. You also are able to help more patients in different ways. This is where a lot of dentists invest their time and money into, is learning complex procedures so that way they can help more patients feel more satisfied and fulfilled with the work they do and also make more money. It's a beautiful harmony of the 3. It's not easy, but if you're willing to do the work, it is possible. So to wrap this section up, you know the time, cost, and earning potential of a dentist. Let me know in the comments if you think it's worth it. Next, I want to dive into the pay structure of dentists because there's so many misconceptions out there about this. For this video, I want to focus on answering this question. How much money can dental associates make? So this would be considered the least amount of money that you can make as a dentist, being a dental associate, not an owner. Owners just have a higher take-home pay than associates because of the nature of the business. An associate pay structure looks something like this. They get a daily guarantee or a percentage of what they do. Whichever is higher is the amount that they get paid. The daily guarantee can last anywhere from 3 months to the length of employment. Every office is different, but I believe associates should get a daily guarantee because this just works better for everybody. Okay, let's dive into the percentage of work that you do. I know some of you may be having questions about that. So when a dentist gets paid for a percent of work they do, it gets broken down into 2 categories: production and collections. Production is whatever the dollar amount is for the actual work that they do. You get a percentage of that. The range is usually anywhere from 28 to 35%. Let's say you do a filling for $100 and you get paid 30% on your production. So you produced $100 and you get 30% of that. So you walk away with $30. That was production. Let's talk about collections. collections. Collections is the dollar amount that the office collects for the procedures that you do. And this can be different than the actual production number. Let's use the same example where you did a filling for $100 and you get paid 30% of collections this time. So for that filling, insurance covers 80% and the patient is responsible for the remaining 20%. So at the time the procedure is done, the office will collect $20 from the patient and they're waiting for the $80 to come in for the insurance. Now, as an associate, you get paid on a 2-week basis. So on your next paycheck, it's likely that you will see 30% of the $20 that the patient had paid for the filling. And you just have to wait for the insurance to pay the office to get paid for the remainder of the amount of the work that you already did. This can take anywhere from a couple weeks to a couple months. When that money is collected from insurance, then you get paid your 30% of that. This is where it gets messy, obviously. Dental offices are not great at tracking this. They're also not great at getting paid for what they do. Fun fact, most offices don't collect at 100% of what they actually bill out. So this leaves a lot of dentists not being paid for work that they already did because sometimes that money will never show up. Can you imagine having a job where you have to wait months to get paid for the work that you already did and sometimes the money never comes? So you basically did work for free and the work that you're doing is drilling into people's mouths and it's a high stress, super technique specific thing. These things don't add up, but this is dentistry. So my question is, in what career does a person not get paid for the work that they do? So owners have an ability to make a lot of changes and really create an environment that works best for them and their systems. Associates don't have much control or a choice over that. Associates don't control collections. They don't control billing. They can only control what they do, which is why I think associates should be paid under the production model, not collections. I've personally been paid under both models. And while I understand owners prefer to pay on collections, as an associate, I just want to get paid for what I do. It's a lot easier to track production than it is for me to track collections. Because at the end of the day, I believe it's the owner's responsibility to ensure what's being billed out is being collected on. That's it. So we just ran through the pay structure. Let's do some math and put it all together. Your average associate in a good practice will produce around $3,500 a day. That comes out to 56 grand a month and $672,000 a year. 30% of that is right around $200,000. Again, this is for your slightly above average dentist who's doing a lot of procedures. They're probably doing fillings, crowns, extractions, root canals, really diversifying the procedures that they offer. Think along the lines of implants or clear liners. That's what I did. I committed to clear liners and I started over 50 cases in 6 months. I then went on to create a program where I teach dentists how to do this. And if you're a dentist and you're interested in learning how to do this, check out the description for the link below and you can watch this free masterclass that I put together. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drill that like and subscribe button. Also share it with anyone that you think needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.